What's up YouTube, it's your boy Shane back with a brand new video. Oh, hold on, I'm finna take my sweater off because it's like real hot up in here. Oh, that's probably why, because I got another sweater on. I had to go outside and it's just cold out there, so I had to like bundle up. But yeah, so like I said, what's up guys? Back with a brand new video. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm gonna be talking about some of the crazy things I've seen in jail. My first couple days in jail. So yeah. So first day I'm in there. They booked me in, fingerprints, mugshot, everything. I'm sitting in the holding, or not even in the holding pod. Like I'm just kind of sitting in like the common area on the bench, just waiting. Sitting there talking to a bunch of the COs. Not even really talking to all the COs. I'm only talking to one. He's like the lieutenant. He's a big dog, and he's sitting there like, kind of not helping me out, but like giving me advice, like, oh, you'd be alright, like, you just got like stupid charges, like, you'd be good, like, talk to the judge, more than likely you're gonna be able to get out. Because he's sitting there, like, talking to me, asking me why I'm in there, and so I'm sitting there telling him, what had happened, and so, hold on. I'm opening that back door up, but he's just sitting there asking me like what I'm in there for and blah blah blah, and so I'm sitting there telling him like, yeah, I was at a party, got into a fight with some cops, I don't know, I was drunk as fuck. He was like, oh, alright, well, you'll be alright, just go in there, talk to the judge. I think it was on a Wednesday I got arrested, and courts run Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes they'll do Tuesdays and Thursdays. It depends on just how long like if you've already been in there for a while and depending on your charges, they're trying to hurry up and get you to prison, or they're gonna go ahead and let you out. Sometimes they'll do like Tuesdays and Thursdays, but really most court dates are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the morning, around like 8 to 10 in the morning. But so I go in there on like probably like a Wednesday, and he's like, all right, well, just chill, mind your own business, like don't fucking do nothing stupid, don't get you no extra charges. I'm like, all right, yeah. So that's really like the only CO I was really conversating with. He was a lieutenant. He was this old school dude, real cool guy, honestly. I don't really fuck with like cops, fucking COs. Like I just don't. But this guy, he was cool as fuck. Like he was real. Like he wasn't trying to be no intimidating fucking. Oh, I'm a CO, Like nah, he was cool as fuck. Like dead ass. So he's like, all right, bro. I'm about to go on lunch. If you're not in here by the time I get back, I'll see you around, kind of thing. I'm like, all right, have a good lunch, whatever. He was like, you want me to get you something? I'm like, nah. He was like, nah, for real, I'll get you something. He's like, did you even eat? I was like, yeah, they gave me a plate, but like, I was like, yeah, they gave me a little tray, a little styrofoam foldable trays. I'm like, nah, well, like they gave me that, but I didn't really want to eat it. He was like, I'll get you something if you're here by the time I get back. I'll have something for you, and if you're not, I'm probably just gonna eat it. I was like, all right, more than likely you're gonna have to go ahead and eat it, because probably gonna be out of here by the time you get back. He had like an hour lunch, so I was like, I don't know, maybe. Within like 5 minutes after he left, they fucking took me to the back, so I never got the lunch, which is whatever. I don't know, he's probably bullshit me, but I don't know, he's being real cool. I'm like, I was like the only fucking dude in there, like the only person that was getting booked for a couple hours until the next person came. And the reason why I say a couple hours until the next person came is because when I went back, about like 4 or 5 hours later, another dude comes in, and he was the only dude back, or it was him and another dude. So it was two guys. They come into the same pod as me, pod D, so they're in there for felony charges as well. And anyway, so get in there. I'm sitting there talking to everybody, like, what I'm in there for, because you gotta check in when you get into jail and shit, just see what you're in there for. If you're in there for like child fucking charges, like pornography, like child pornography charges, fucking like child rape charges in general, usually you kind of get checked out of the pod pretty quick. Like, nah, bro, you can't stay up in here. We don't fuck with that kind of shit. I was in there like, yeah, I'm in here, for fucking beating up these two cops last night, whatever. They're like, oh, all right, well, so you can go up there. I think they got a bed open up there. And this is a four-man. These are four-man pods, but the two top bunks in the pods, sleep on those because that's for the people at the bottom bunk. They'll use that for like their storage. They'll put all their fucking necessities and everything up there, books, fucking food, and they'll use that as like a table. If they don't go down to like the common area or whatever, where everybody else is, you just kind of you can stay in your cell. You could eat, like standing there and like the bunk is like right here, so you can sit there and eat your food. Up off the top bunk and shit. So they're like, I think they got a bed up there. You can go up there. So I was in fucking cell 6, which is right there by the steps. So you go up the steps and it's right there, like right in front of the steps. So they're like, hey, you go up there to 6, check in with fucking OG right there, and he'll get you right. So I go up there. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? He's like, hey, we don't got no bed, or he's like, we don't got no bunk open, but you can sleep right there on the floor. I'm like, all right. Whatever. Like, I'm not gonna fucking beef it out because I want the top bunk. Like, that's how it is, So I'm in there, we're chopping it up. Me and the two guys that are in there, OG and fucking Brian, I think his name was, some white dude. White dude is in there for fucking, he had meth charges and shit too. He's in there for meth charges, and the other dude is in there for OG. He was in there for fucking like theft of property. He stole shit from like an abandoned hotel that I guess they were working on, like trying to upgrade it or whatever. But like that hotel had been abandoned for like 5 years, and somebody bought it. Some family from like fucking Korea or some shit. The Koreans and Chinese and fucking. Them Islamic people, they pretty much a lot of them run the hotels and shit out here in America. There's this like Korean family that had bought the hotel and they were, upgrading it. So like, there was work going on, construction and shit like that. There's, taking everything out that was inside and, just kind of leaving it by the trash can and shit. But I guess OG went one night or one morning or whatever to the hotel and he was sitting there fucking grabbing shit from from the trash can. So he got felony charges from like theft of property off of hotel property type shit. He stole fucking paint cans, fucking paintbrushes, bed frame. I think he stole a box spring or some shit. And he just stole a bunch of shit from the hotel. But anyways, so we're sitting there chopping it up, talking to each other, seeing what each other's in there for, or whatever. And I'm sitting there asking questions too, because I don't want to be in there with no fucked up person like child rape charges or whatever. Because then I'm gonna beat your ass because I don't fuck with that kind of shit, Like I don't like if you're a child predator type shit. Like I can't fuck with you. I don't care if it's my first fucking 5 minutes in here. If I find out, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm not there to show off to nobody. I just don't like that shit. So that's just personal, So they didn't say nothing about no child fucking predator type shit. So I'm like, all right, we're good. Dude's in there for fucking stealing shit. Other dude's in there for meth. Come to find out, these two are linked up for some charges that are connected. Like they got into some shit together, but got arrested at different times. I don't know what the fuck really happened. But I guess fucking Brian, little meth head dude, ended up snitching. A couple of days later, we go to court, and all three of us are going to court together, trying to figure out, what's next. Like, if we're gonna, it's just going over our charges and shit in court. And so, fucking Brian, I guess, ended up snitching out OG and told him where he was, and that's how he got caught up, or I don't know, some shit like that. And so after court, fucking me and Brian, we go in and OG is the last guy to fucking talk to the judge. So he's in there for like an hour. After we left, me and Brian get back to the cell, and fucking OG's walking in pissed off with his fucking paperwork. Like he's got a stack like that for like just all of his charges and shit, and like court papers and shit, you know. So OG is fucking mad, coming in there talking shit, like just pissed off, you know. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill that motherfucker. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker, Brian. I'm gonna kill Brian. Blah blah blah. I'm like, hey, bro, I don't know what's going on, but old dude over here is talking about you. So he gets up and he's standing there by the fucking cell, sitting there watching him. And then as OG's coming up the steps, fucking Brian takes off down to fucking cell 8, which is the last one. No, I wasn't in 6. It was 4 and 4. So I was in 5, and then fucking he walks all the way to the end to 8 when OG's coming up the steps, because he knows he's finna get his ass whooped. So fucking OG's like, all right, where the fuck did he go? Blah blah. Like, I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm like, I don't know, like, you know, just don't snitch in prison type shit. Like I know exactly where he went, but I don't know, you know. So he's like, where's Brian? I was like, I don't know. I think he went downstairs. He's like, nah, I just came up the steps. I didn't see him. Like, I don't know. Go look for him, I guess. So he's sitting there fucking walking around, whatever, and walks down to 8, and he was like, hey, motherfucker, bring your ass to the cell. We're gonna fucking bang right here, right now. Blah blah blah. He's like, lace up, motherfucker. And if you don't know what lace up means, it means like put your shoes on, fucking lace up your shoes, and you're gonna fight. So fucking OG's already got his shoes on, laced up and shit. Takes off his shirt, and he's fucking just walking back and forth, pacing the fucking cell, waiting for Brian to get in there. And fucking Brian shows up, and Brian, like, he's scared as fuck, but that nigga was real. Like he fought. He was scared as shit. He tried to talk OG out of like fighting. He's like, no man, come on, like we was cool on the streets. He's like, yeah, we cool on the streets, but you fucking snitched me out. We're done. You're done, motherfucker. So he was going off on it. They started fucking banging it out. I step out the cell. I'm like, I'm gonna let y'all do your little thing. But I'm just like, I step out the cell just to give them room. That ain't my business. So I step out. I'm sitting there watching them. Like everybody runs up the stairs. They're all sitting there watching and shit. Fucking COs bust in. And then by the time the COs get there, everything's good. Like, well, not good, but like the fight just got done. Like they're just sitting there chilling on themselves. With COs, like, you know, they could see through the windows and shit, so they know something's going on because everybody's running up the steps. But by the time the COs get in there and make it to the fucking to the cell, they're done. They're already sitting on the bunk and shit. And fucking Brian takes off, goes down the stairs, and fucking one of the COs grabs him and he was like, nah, you don't stay here. We're like, what the fuck happened? And then so they're sitting there talking to the COs, and everybody's like, no, nothing happened, nobody was fighting, blah, blah, blah. And then there's one fucking CO, she looks at me, she's like, what happened? I was like, I don't know. She's like, yeah, the fuck you do this to yourself, don't fucking act stupid. And she said it just like that. She's like, don't fucking act stupid. You know exactly what happened. I was like, I don't know, this is their business. So like, alright, well, you're gonna get investigated, so just stay here. I was like, where else am I gonna go? I'm locked up, the fucking door's locked, I can't book, get out of here, you know? So I'm like, sitting there talking shit to her, because she's sitting there talking shit to me. I'm like, nah, like, I don't know what happened, that's their business, whatever. I seen the whole thing, but I don't know nothing, you know? So she's like, well, you're gonna get investigated, we're gonna talk to you regardless. And I was like, alright. They never came to fucking get me to ask me what happened, but they took Brian out of the cell, fucking put him in a different pod, in pod C, for like a week. And then like a week later he comes back, and this is the day I'm going over to C, so kind of like swapping it out. But he ends up going to a different cell downstairs instead of upstairs. But he's in there fucking crying on the phone to his girl. He's like, yeah, they're here trying to kill me because blah, blah. So he's sitting there explaining the situation to his girl, but he's sitting there crying and like, please, like, just bail me out, please, I need your help. And like everybody's just sitting there fucking laughing, bro. Like everybody's laughing. Like, he's sitting there fucking crying on the phone, but he's trying to be a tough guy fighting OG. He's sitting there talking shit. Everybody's like, hey, bro, you can't talk shit. You over here snitching on OG. And OG been in and out of this fucking system since he was 17. He's like 32 now. Like, he been in and out. Like, everybody in there knows OG. Like, he's just small ass Mexican. He's like 5'6", fucking like 130 pounds, small ass little Mexican dude, tatted up, fucking head to toe, like literally head to toe. He's got fucking face tats, fucking tattoos all on his fucking skull, bald headed dude. It's like 130 pounds, but he can go, you know. So they're like, hey, Hall, which is my last name. They're like, Hall, roll up, you're getting out of here. As, you know, Brian's on the phone, I'm sitting there walking past. I'm like, hey, bro, chill out, you know. Don't be fucking acting stupid. You already got your ass whooped. But he's sitting there crying on the phone. I don't know if he ever heard me or not. I just told him kind of like, hey, bro, be careful. You know, fucked up kind of shit. So I'm walking out as he's already on the phone coming in. And then they put me in. But like at first I'm asking them like, where am I going? They're like, oh, you're going to C. And I was like, for what? And they're like, oh, I don't know. Fucking big dog of the jail is like, you gotta move to C. I was like, alright, whatever. But like, it was weird because those were all misdemeanor charges, like fucking like drinking, like people were in there for like drinking charges or DUIs and shit, like misdemeanor type shit. I'm in there for fucking felony charges, so I'm confused as to why I'm going to the misdemeanor pod instead of staying in pod D. They're like, I don't know, fucking big dog's telling us you gotta move over here, so I'm like, alright. And I got my paperwork, like, fucking big dog signed off on it, so he knows what I'm in there for, but he's putting me in C, which is, like I said, it's like all misdemeanors and shit. So I'm like, alright, whatever. So yeah, that's one of the craziest things that I've seen in prison, or not in prison, but in jail. It was like my first day in there, my first 2 days in jail. Fucking two cellies got into it because one dude snitched on the other dude and they were bumped together. And I thought that was weird. But the fact that they didn't get arrested together, but they got arrested for being involved in the same shit. And like usually like if you and your homeboy get locked up, you're more than likely not gonna get locked up together. Like you might be in the same pod, but the fact that them two were in the same cell, it was kind of weird, threw me off a little bit. But yeah, so that was one of the craziest things that I seen when I was locked up. If you guys want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll keep doing a little bit more jail stories and some of the crazy shit that I seen. I was in there for like a month, so I seen a lot of shit within that month. I know I wasn't in there for fucking 10, 15, 20, 50 years, like whatever, but I've seen a lot of crazy shit. Fucking Clovis, New Mexico is a crazy ass town, crazy people, crazy ass jail. So I got a lot more stories. So if you guys want to see that, hit the subscribe button. Also like this video. Hit the bell notification after you subscribe so it'll notify you every time I upload a video. And so yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.